I don't know if you guys hearing the latest flap with Gerry Lewis being taken off the Teleton, the Dystrophy Association. Now, I think the comedians now are getting up in hands and they're saying that we celebrate him and we're upset that you took him off and we're going to protest and so forth. Man, I tell you, this world is real messed up. I mean, today, you see, when Gerry Lewis and the Three Stooges and all these other comedians came on board, people were working hard and people were working too much and people were just being too smart and they just need a little relaxation, they thought. So, comedians giving them a little laugh here and there. You might, you're too serious, man, laugh a little bit. Oh, did I tell you this? A guy went to the psychologist saying that, a psychiatrist, whatever, saying, man, I have all these problems, man, I'm so unhappy and, heart attack and all that stuff. The guy said, why don't you go to that circus over there? There's a clown, he's real good. He makes everybody laugh. The man say, I'm that clown, bro. I'm that clown. I'm unhappy, man. I don't know what to do. You see what I'm saying? So, why should I depend on somebody to make me happy and make me laugh? I mean, there's so many things I've done that were so jovial. I could laugh about that. Oh, the Bible says that laughter is like medicine to the bone. And I guess seriousness is going to kill you. So, folks figure that frivolity and stupid stuff that them comedians go on is the type of laughter that God refers to. No, he's not talking about that. I mean, you don't laugh at other people. You don't try to laugh at important people, because see, when you laugh at people, you're renegating them into some kind of piece of stupidness, right? So when you laugh at the president, I mean, of course, Bush and them, they were something else, but I'm talking when you have a serious, intelligent president, and he's making sleepless nights to come with something, and when he comes up with it because of opposition, all that stuff, you start laughing at it and putting it down and so forth. When that is the thing that probably could save the day, and then everybody starts to laugh at you, and then he becomes ineffective. All right. So in those days when people used to work hard, they thought that they need a little diversion, a little amusement, so they brought on it. No, everything now is comedic. Every show is some stupidness. What they discovered also is that the news is not the news. You have to be dancing, acting, and whining and gyrating, the sexual overtones, very short dress, and talking stupid and all this kind of stuff. It becomes like an entertainment thing, and the news is like subservient to the crap. And then what's happening is that folks are, because you see, deep down in us, there's a phase of us that likes stupid stuff, or childhood kind of child in our stuff. Huh? But we're supposed to be moving towards adulthood and parenthood, so that the Bible says that when you're children, it's good to have the children experience, but when you grow up, you need to move away from that. See, you just can't, for the rest of your life, you're gonna be stuck in this childhood. I need these toys. I need to watch these little cartoons. A big man, I know, 58-year-old guy, he used to be watching Scooby Doo and Donald Duck and all that stuff, and it reminds him of his childhood when he was happy. I mean, come on, man, you could be happy at every phase. The woman at home or the job, wherever she get all these problems, just ignore she, man. Just say whatever, and just get on and just get your stuff and go to bed and just be happy. All right. So Gerry Lewis felt that by his comedian and his wisecrack and so forth, he's getting money in, and I'm not sure if people were really responding to him. I mean, giving a gift of your money is something serious. It's not a comedian something, you laugh a little bit and then I'm going to give $1,000 and then after I say, oh man, you have to be planning. I have some money I want to give to some charity. And then they come on and say, this charity needs some, and I give it. And especially, I guess, the producers of the dystrophy thing, realizing that in these serious times when people don't have no money, no comedian or no stupidness and get people to part with the bucks. So you better forget him, because he's getting a commission anyway. He must be getting about 10%. Or 25% of the money that come in, okay? So it's not that he's out there doing good for the day. He's getting paid good. That money he's making in one dystrophy presentation, I haven't worked for that in all my life. And for the rest of my life, I may not work for all that kind of buck. So he's making big money off of stupid talk, okay? So all these comedians, man, they could just go to hell. Because basically, I mean, what are they productive? Okay, are comedians bringing in some money to the country? Are they sort of generating some kind of product or something? No, they get advertisers to pay for the little stupid thing, because a lot of people like the stupidness, and so the advertisers think that they're going to be making some money. People are going to be laughing so much they're going to buy the products, so they're paying them. They're getting some handsome money, all right? And all they're doing is making us trivial, because I believe that many of these comedians, Letterman's tried to say that he went to college. He got some bachelor's degree, but I'm sure he can't even function in that same area he studied. Others got dyslexia. They were kind of drunkards and alcoholic, and they just come talking crazy, and then people like it and so forth. This fella Ferguson, he's good. I watch him sometimes. The stupid stuff he's come up with is like, okay, I mean, the stupider they are, the more ratings they have. I mean, people, this is America. This is a first world country. You gotta dismiss them. And then understand that, you know what? We're too serious for this dumb stuff, man. I mean, it's like every day, 4 in the evening, completely the whole day, there's this kind of stuff, man. When we get serious now, because the economy's slipping, jobs going, all kind of problems coming, and they still laughing and carrying on like if everything is normal, like if people were working hard and people need a little diversion now. Diversion is it straight up now. Nobody want to work again or no work or whatever. All right. So Gerry Lewis, man, look, as I said in another video, you and your fellow comedians are also responsible for the decline in stuff, because you get people to feel that even George Bush used to President George Bush is trying to crack some wisecrackers. Oh, Bob Hope came up with a one-liner. I mean, he isn't educated or smart enough to have a discourse. It's just a one-liner. So now one-liners become the norm. In the last debate, John McCain was trying one-liners, but Obama was saying, man, I have to explain this thing a little more, man. I can't do this in one line. And that is true. You can't explain serious matters in just one-liners. If somebody's trivial to the like, where they think that in one liner they could cover the issue, and people say, wow, well, then that's another problem. But as I'm saying, comedians need to stop. We need to stop these comedians. We need to send them away. They're not that important. They're not like our medical doctors or like our medication or like our food or whatever. They're just something that if you have money, you have time, you take it in. You don't have no money, you have time, they got to go. Don't come forcing yourself, man, you got to come and see me because, you're getting paid good. When some of them, should be in jail. That's it. All the qualified is to get some welfare and go to jail. Right? But they're making more money than hard-working people. They're making more money than the president. You can imagine that. Letterman he got 2 shows. I think this other guy, Conan, is a big star. It's like, talk stupidness and we're going to put you up high. And the funny thing, though, is that some of them are running for office, man. And you can imagine the whole of Congress and the president being, that trivial, and comedians won't happen. The enemy will just sail up the river and just take the goal and just say, listen, get to work and let me make that money. That's where it leads. So be careful how you making these comedians feel that they control life and they're that important. I mean, there should be just a luxury now and then if you're feeling really depressed and you want a little diversion. I wouldn't rule out that there's no scope for them. But this thing where they want to be all important in your life and they want to tell you how to think and what to do and so forth, I think they're going beyond the pale right there. And they need to just back up.